Hello, my name is Mitch Smith, and today I'm going to talk about all the technical roles that go into chemical distillation. First, I'm going to start off with plant safety as it is very important. This is an eye wash station slash chemical shower. It is for if you get any chemicals on your person or in your eyes, you need to go to this area immediately and wash them out or off of your body. Next to it is a fire extinguisher in case of chemical fires, and on the other side there's a first aid kit. Chemical plants will have these scattered out all over the plant just for this reason, because it is very important that you get to this area very fast and wash out any chemicals that you may have gotten on you or in your eyes. Most chemical plants also have fire hoses for bigger chemical fires. And next I'm going to move on to personal protective equipment, or PPE, which is safety glasses, face shields, steel-toed boots, pants, and hard hats. You need a hard hat for falling items that may injure you. You need safety glasses in case of chemical splashes or spills, or just anything that can get into your eye or hurt you. Face shields do the same thing as safety glasses, except they cover your entire face. You need this if you're going to take a sample of something dangerous like hydrochloric acid, something that can kill you if not treated properly. And steel-toe boots for falling items or anything that may land on your foot and hurt you. And pants, just for, you need to wear pants just for in case chemicals get on you. You want to be able to shed out as much clothes as you can, so you have as much protection as you can. Next I'm going to move on to the jobs in the chemical plant. First I'm going to do the control room. The control room is very important. It runs the entire chemical plant. It is usually separated from the chemical plant. It can be as far away as 1 mile. In case of explosions or fires or whatever, they don't want the control room to get damaged, because it is the only thing that can stop the equipment from running if there's an emergency. The control room watches over all the plant and communicates with people in the field called field operators, because they can't see anything because they can be as far away as 1 mile. So they have to have people on the ground that can actually tell them what it looks like. Next I'm going to move on to utilities. Utilities is the running of all auxiliary equipment that a chemical plant may require. There are boilers for steam. If your process needs steam, you'll have gigantic boilers. This is a smaller version since our chemical plant isn't all that big. We don't really need a whole lot of steam, so this is a smaller one. They come in sizes that can take up an entire building and have steam stacks. This is a nitrogen generator. The nitrogen is used to keep the system under positive pressure. On the right is an air compressor. It takes in outside air and compresses it, and then feeds it to the nitrogen generator, which is the blue tank in the middle, which takes out all the nitrogen and expels all the other components that are in it, and produces pure nitrogen, which then goes to the nitrogen compressor, which is on the left. Which feeds the process with nitrogen. This is a chiller. Again, it is relatively small. You can have 4 or 5 of these things parallel to each other for a chemical plant. It's not abnormal. And now I'm going to move on to field operators, which are the people in the field that actually communicate with the control room to tell them what is actually happening in the plant that they can't see on their computer screens. Field operators' duties are to turn manual valves on or off, and communicate with the control room to see what needs to be done, and if the control room can't do it, the field operator can. These are two different types of distillation columns. We have a bubble cap tray column and a sieve tray column in our chemical plant. This is what the bubble cap tray column actually looks like on the inside. This tray right here is what is inside the distillation column that pushes the steam or the vapor to the top of the column and the water or liquid to the bottom of the column. And this is the sieve tray column. This is a relatively fast column to run. You have to run it at full speed. It isn't very touchy. The bubble cap tray can be. If you try and adjust things too fast, it will get out of control very easily, and the sieve tray is not like that. The sieve tray is very cooperative. This is the tank farm. It's a relatively small tank farm. It's a 500-gallon feed tank and 100-gallon tanks on each side for the different chemical mixtures that we're trying to get coming out of the process, which is water and ethanol. The feed tank is a 50-50 mixture of water and ethanol, and it feeds our distillation columns, and that's how we get 100%, well, not 100% pure, close to 93% pure ethanol and 100% pure water coming out of the process, and that's running at optimal conditions. The tank farm operator job is to turn on the manual valves and off and communicate with the control room, same as a field operator, except they are exclusively for the tank farm. Next I'm going to move on to lab safety. It is also very important. As it is said earlier, this is a chemical shower and eye wash station. In a lab, it's more likely for you to get chemicals on you or in your eyes, so there's always one in every lab, and if you get any chemicals on you, you must strip and turn on the shower and wash off completely for 10 to 20 minutes. And if you get chemicals in your eyes because you fail to use the proper PPE, which is safety glasses or a face shield, you have to go to this station and wash out your eyes for 10 to 20 minutes. And sometimes the chemicals can burn and cause damage. So it's important to do this as fast as possible. Also in a lab you'll find rubber gloves, which are very important so you don't get chemicals on your hands. And you also have a fume hood, which is where you'll store chemicals that you are testing or experimenting with. It sucks out all the toxic vapor and filters it and pushes it back out into the outside air. So fume hoods are very important. Lab tech's duties include testing the purity of a product, cleaning the workstation and the equipment regularly so accidents don't happen. You'll find a refractometer, which is something that compares the refractive index to water, so you can figure out what compounds you're dealing with if you don't know already. A densitometer will read you the density of something compared to water. The density of ethanol to water is 0.8. And you also find fume hoods in a lab tech's area for storing of samples that may have come out of the process or whatever they need chemical wise. They will be stored in here if you are using them. If not, they'll be in a cabinet locked away and sealed. And that is the end of my presentation. Thank you for watching. That is all the technical rules inside a chemical plant.